Hello everyone, my name is Kelz and in today's screencast, I'm going to be showing you how to use a very beneficial, a very crucial website that is called Hypothesis. And it's especially really good for you English majors out there that are in our class. And if you don't know me, my name is Kelz and I'm actually going to major in English. And my goal is to either become a middle school English teacher, high school teacher, do my majors, and become an English professor at Queens College. And yeah, Hypothesis is a very good website. It's very beneficial for students and for teachers as well on really expressing the idea of annotating. And we all know that annotating is very, very, very important when it comes to English. It helps you understand, the article that you're reading. It teaches you how to dissect important parts of the article so that you can, find the answer to whatever question is being asked, towards you. And I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to set it up, how to use it, maybe some challenges that could arise while using this website, how this website really connects to let me backtrack, how it connects to Sammer's model, um and how it connects to two course concepts that we are learning in our class. And hello, professor. And yeah, let's get started. So again, it's pretty simple, pretty direct. You log in, create an account with an email and a password. You create, and so if you use Chrome, the most important, the most like that's like the I guess the best internet browser you can use for Hypothesis because you will get an option like around here once you finally create it to add Hypothesis to your Chrome website. But if you, again, if you use, for example, let's say Firefox or Internet Explorer, you could just go to Hypothesis, you copy the link of the document that you're going to annotate and you paste it there, and then it should start it up. But here's the thing, before you even start annotating, so I'm gonna add it to my Chrome, add extension right here. There it is. I just saw it. You pin it. Oh wait, let me move the screen down. It's blocking the option. You pin it. And before anything, I want you guys to do this. I want you to double click on Hypothesis. Oh, wait, back. Double click like that. Options. And before anything, I want you guys to turn on allow access to file URLs. With that option turned on, now that is going to allow you to really annotate any kind of document that's downloaded online. And because if you don't have that turned on, it will say Hypothesis cannot annotate this because da 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 da. But once you turn that on, you will be able to annotate. And it's pretty simple. So here's an article that I've chosen. Uh, to annotate, you press Hypothesis. Give me one sec. Yeah, sometimes you gotta play around with this thing. Let me see. Let me refresh it. There you go. So yeah, you just refresh it, and here's some annotations I've made. I'll teach you guys how to do that. It's really direct. Like let's say this paragraph, you go like that. You can either highlight it or annotate it, whichever you like. Let me just press annotate, and before anything, you log into that. There you go. And the most amazing thing about this website is that you could create a tag in the classroom, when if you set your students up to use and Hypothesis altogether. And I'm gonna just write over here blah 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 blah, and underneath it, here's bold, italicized, quote, link. You could even put a picture in here. And with that tag, you say, so for example, if we were using it in a class, I will put C's 350 and I write my annotations. This will allow all of my classmates to see my annotations, and they can either reply to my annotations or I could see their annotations. And this will allow a lot of learning happening because we're working on an article either independently or collaboratively. I think that's how you say the word, but if not, help me correct me. But it's really useful. It's a really good website, and that's basically pretty much it. You post to the public, and there you go. There's the tag C's 350, and you should be able to see it. And yeah, there's not really much challenges when it comes to this. I guess if you turn on that allow URL files to be annotated, and you could just, if you don't use Chrome, you post it on internet, you post it on the paste link bar that I showed earlier in Hypothesis, and you're all good. And these are the notes that I've taken from this website Hypothesis. And let me see, let me just extend this quick like that if I even could. There you go. Oh, much better. So this application, I feel really let me just put you guys over, put it over here so I won't look awkward. So this application, I feel like it really connects with modification according to Sammer's model because it allows students to, collaborate, and every student can either independently annotate or annotate together on the specific chosen passage, highlight. It's just, and it's a lot of, perspectives being shared within each other, and that's really helpful, in the long run. And two connections that I can make with Hypothesis with our course concepts could be higher Bloom's taxonomy with higher order thinking skills, and the idea of how digital technology can facilitate learning. So with Bloom's taxonomy, I really thought about it. I really thought down on how Hypothesis could, I strongly believe how it could help students understand, the learning content. They go from understanding, analyzing the material by differentiating, organizing, and attributing, evaluating and critiquing the chosen highlighted passage, and creating annotations that generate ideas for other students and themselves to add on to. So it's involving understanding, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. I mean, you can't go wrong with that if like a website is really involving all of the, lower order thinking skills, but mostly the higher order thinking skills. And that's what we want for students to use, get them gears moving. And the other concept that I really wanted to touch on is how, in general, digital technology facilitates learning because with Hypothesis, it involves learning through repetition. There's again a lot of highlighting, annotating, and once the students start repeating that process, they're gonna start getting so used to it, and they're gonna tone their annotating skills and perfect, well, and improve their reading comprehension. And all of the devices that are involved in English, like context clues, yeah, you know what I mean, identifying certain words, um, the purpose of the passage, the main idea, inferencing, it will touch on all of the concepts when it comes to English, especially especially the ones where that's shown on like state English, the English state ELA state exams, SATs, or just any English exam in general. This will also involve, deeper learning with models again, because it's all shown on a screen and it's very accessible, you know. It involves collaborative and cooperative learning. Again, sharing perspectives really makes students more open-minded and learn, and they also kind of learn different, I guess, views on the passage. And again, that will just initiate, learning from each other, group work, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. And again, this kind of technology is also supporting self-regulated learning. You don't always have to work in a group. You could also work at your own pace and learn, in time, slowly. And the last point that I want to make is how there is active learning happening in Hypothesis because, again, you're dissecting and producing more annotations for students to add on to their own annotations. You get what I mean? And again, this is a very, very beautiful, a very useful site to use for English teachers out there for their students. And this is my screencast, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you again for listening, and thank you, Professor, for really making me go deep into finding something that was gonna help me out. And I hope you guys have a very great day. Thank you so much.